Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Pre-Market Report sponsored by Delta.exchange. Apologies, yesterday I could not come out with a post-market report, so sure we'll start from today. Yesterday what has happened after the market is over, I was a bit tired. I think probably the jet lag, and I was flying for more than 24 hours from Vancouver to Toronto, from Toronto to London, from London to Chennai. So probably it was a jet lag. So I slept and I did not wake up until 9 p.m. I thought after 9 p.m. it may be too late to post the post-market report. I think that jet lag should be over by this, but although I was traveling in business class and I was sleeping for most of the time, but only from Toronto to London, I could not sleep because it was an Indian stock market. So I was trading, but still don't know. So maybe due to my age factor, I'm at the age of 62. So probably, I needed more rest. Okay, now let us come back to the markets. Yesterday, markets fell for 4 straight days. And yesterday, a gap up open, but again sold into. Yesterday, it went up, then fell 200 points. From there, it shot up 300 points. And then again from the top, it has fallen about 200 points. It was just too volatile market. And so this huge volatility means, on both directions. If you see the previous days, it was just only one direction. Yesterday, it was both directions. So when the markets are too volatile on both the directions, after falling big, that means, it is a bottoming out process. And the same thing can be said after market continuously rising for many days. If one day market is too volatile, then it may be a topping out process. So market has fallen for 5 days. Yesterday, if you look at the NSE, it is showing as a Nifty closing 30-35 points higher, but that is actually not true. That's because a day before yesterday, the actual closing was 23,430. Because of weighted average price, the NSE indicated 23,380. So yesterday's closing, NSE is calculating based on the weighted average closing of the previous day. But if you look at the actual closing of day before yesterday, the yesterday closing is actually lower, which means that, for the last 5 trading sessions, Nifty has fallen. And the best part of the joke is that, in all these 5 days, the global markets were rallying. US markets, everyday market is hitting a fresh all-time high, and we are far, far from all-time high. Anyway, so you all know my long-term view. So my long-term view for Indian markets is that, it is not going to give even fixed deposit return over the next many years. And of course, all these things have to be taken with a pinch of salt. If suppose the government changes its policy in terms of tax, yesterday I was talking to one of my BJP friends. He asked me, sir, market keeps on falling. What to do? Will the market recover? So I told him, okay, you tell your prime minister, to shift Nirmala ji to Home Ministry and then shift Amit Shah to Finance Ministry, then surely the market will shoot up. So that's just for a joke, okay? But in fact, I tell you, in 2019, the market was expecting Amit Shah as a finance minister, right? So that was a fact. So our market, long term, the hopes are very, very little. One should be happy. Domestic investors should be happy if they get the FD return. And then if international investors should be happy, if they get a zero return. They have to factor in the currency depreciation also. So the way the Prime Minister is giving a statement, so our foreign exchange is worried about our foreign exchange. So that means rupee is likely to depreciate even further going forward. But having said all these things, just one day, just like Nifty was hovering around 24,000 plus minus, was indecisive, just one statement from Prime Minister, market broke down. The same way, just one statement from Iran or US, the ceasefire news, or any resolution, that one statement can change the whole thing to the positive side also. So the markets, are always subject to headline news. Right. So yesterday, the Nifty, on April 8, when the ceasefire news came, the GIFT Nifty was indicating almost 1,500, 2,000 point gap up. That was a 6 to 8% gap up. But then when the market opened here, it did not open such a high level, then immediately sold into. And then, markets crashing down all the way to fill the gap. In fact, the Nifty future has already filled the gap, exactly. But the Nifty spot, I think it has another 50, 100 point to fill the gap. So the danger is always there, right? So that is one thing. But, resistance, I told you already, that's going to be 24,000 for the current week. And you may remember monthly one, I said 23,000 to 25,000 is the big range, so that range will be held on. The option writers are just hoping for the time value. The markets are not, looking bullish, but the thing is, I think we are extremely oversold. RSI is around 40, though Nifty went up yesterday, the Bank Nifty has fallen actually. So Bank Nifty is a rate sensitive sector. If there is a fuel price hike, then, the expectation of inflation will shoot up, the banking stocks will fall further. So that's why, although there was some, like Nifty is trying to make a recovery, but Bank Nifty is not recovering. So the markets were too volatile. So that volatility is likely to continue. Today is a Sensex expiry. So the market, has a reason to be more volatile. Yesterday, the Nifty high was 23,582. Let us say approximately 580. Right? So that level has to be taken out. But I can tell you, like I always give this analogy. So once you met with an accident, you need to rest in the hospital for a while. Then only you can wake up and you can run. So after falling such a brutal fall, more than 4% in like 4 trading sessions, and now the market need to rest here, consolidate here, and then we'll have to make some kind of a bottom formation, and then only the reversal can happen. So the reversal is not going to be a U-turn reversal or something like that, So the data doesn't support that. And FIIs who are huge sellers day before yesterday, not day before yesterday, the previous day, but day before yesterday the selling was less than 2,000 crore. And again yesterday they stepped up their selling. So when the rupee is depreciating, global markets are doing very well, Indian markets are not doing very well, there is no reason for them to stop selling. So they will continue to sell. And however, so it's going to be interesting to see whether the retail people will keep on pumping the money in mutual funds to support this market. So right now I'm thinking, at least the 23,200 should be held on for this week, right? So if that is also broken, then only the problem will start. But, the gap filling is there actually. So broadly speaking, for this week, we can hope that Nifty trades between 23,000 and 24,000, and 24,000 call option has the highest open interest. right? So that is the picture right now. So we hope that market consolidate. But sometimes I always say, sometimes I say markets can take positive things, markets can take negative things, markets cannot take the uncertainty. So this Prime Minister's statement, followed by increase in the gold and silver import prices, leads to a question: is there going to be a petrol and diesel prices hike? So at least if they hike, that day the market will fall. Maybe probably that gap may be filled, and then markets might start recovering. But as long as there is no price hike, so there's going to be price hike or not. So that's a big uncertainty. Even today also, I've read in a channel, like May 14, today they may be hiking the price. I don't know how they're getting the source-based informations. So these things keep, our market, reversal at check. So in the morning, because of the enthusiasm, GIFT Nifty opened around 23,600, but now it's selling off. Right now, GIFT Nifty, indicating only about 40-50 point higher opening for our market. But at least, we should be happy that the market is not falling. The problem is that, it's not opening. Yesterday also it opened higher. Then immediately the selling came. Within the next 15-20 minutes, the market has fallen. So let us hope market consolidates here for a few more days, and then there is some good news. US president is in China. Probably behind the doors he will be asking China's help to solve this Iran-US issue. But then that's not going to be easy because US has done a lot of disturbances to China. So then definitely the Chinese people will be negotiating good because you may remember last year there was a huge drama. Every alternate days he was increasing the tariff against China. So in terms of trade, the US has a very, very bad relationship with China. So in this case, you want to go and ask China's help to solve the Iran issue. That's not going to be very easy. So I don't know what is going to be the solution for Iran issue, but markets all over the world believe that there is going to be a solution. So that is the point. So let us see. You should be happy if yesterday's low is not broken today. That is a view for today. But otherwise for the week, it should be 23,000 to 24,000. Stock specific, banking stocks, because of the speculation, and auto stocks. So if there is any rally in these two sectors, then you can hope for something. But remember, the crude prices has come down in international markets. So that might help a little bit. And although the uncertainty over price hike is still there. So IT stocks, it has entered into long-term bearishness. Things are not looking good now, but who knows? When everything is looking bad, that is when the market bottoms out, may start moving higher. So that is when the long-term investors may be entering into the market. So let us see what's going to happen. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.